Hi guys, I'm Wiley.
I'm John.
And we have a very special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am the Red Mountain Food Critic.
Woo!
Yeah,
Get some applause in there.
We're finally getting to talk with the Red Mountain Food Critic, and it's
so
been
excited.
A little mystery for this whole year. So I just want to ask, when did you start exactly?
Around this time, April of last year.
April last year? And what sparked the idea?
Well, every day I'd get to lunch and I'd see just the atrocious food they were trying to offer me. And I thought everybody should know how bad this food is. And I should rate it if it's good, bad, so that people just don't waste their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes total sense because, at least for me, I followed the account and I just saw, I would randomly see in the morning the Red Mountain Egg McMuffins were just not good. And, I would just see the most random posts about food. And then I would go down and then read the description. It is the most detailed paragraph I've ever seen. I think you probably put more effort into the food critics in the description than probably your English classes.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
100%. Because I feel it's something that I'm actually passionate about instead of having to write just random topics that my teacher gives me.
Hey, see?
Yeah, see, there we go. How do you feel having such a large following and people that you inspire?
Oh, great. Honestly, I started with 0 and 14. I had 14 followers for 8 months. And then just one post skyrocketed. And then I got 5 something. I was at 600, but I took a big hiatus, 5 months.
Nice.
And we're coming back.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I'm not gonna lie. We, at least for me and a couple of my friends, we've seen your posts for months, and we tried to find out who it is. And I remember there was a time where I worked in the tech room.
Oh.
And I bet you remember we were talking about the food critics, and then we went around 10 minutes later, saw on our phones that you were at the door. You heard us talking about you. Were like, we just missed our chance to see this guy. I feel like it's just kind of a fun mystery for students to who is this person? I've even seen on the whiteboard of my English class, I'm not going to say which English class, but it said start a Red Mountain Food Critics account. And I just he was there. He wrote that down. There's just so much hints around the campus that I just find it interesting. And I would say you've become more right now, at least for what I've seen, is you're also doing the food critics, but now you're also a central point for information around the school.
Yeah, I've always kind of wanted it to be something like that, but I just didn't have the following. And now that I do, people send in pictures of crazy stuff like the bathroom box just Friday. But yeah.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say. I'm just listening to this. This is crazy. I don't have Instagram, so I have no clue what's going on. This is...
Well, just for instance, imagine going down your feed on Instagram, and then you see your school lunch. And then the most detailed paragraph, the most heartfelt sentence about food.
Oh, I have a good question. If you could get rid of any one menu item, which one would you get rid of and why?
I know I'm going to get some backlash, but there are too many orange chicken items. There's 3 different ones called 3 different names, but they're all the exact same thing.
Have you, done multiple tests on the orange chicken?
Yes, several times. I've done each and every single one, different names, but they all taste the exact same. And, yeah.
Do you think it is the exact same, or do you think it's just the same taste?
I have hope that it isn't, but I don't doubt that it is.
Okay. And do you know if they charge more for a different?
No, it's all the basic price. The special's basic, same, 3 something.
Okay, well, much. And, they do the free food.
Yeah.
The free meal, but me, I always get 5 pizzas and then walk back. So I'm always spending my money. And so, what do you think is the most go-to option on the
Oh,
menu.
pizza, 100%.
Yeah, it's
Because
a pizza.
It's a pizza, yeah, and
It's
it's
pizza.
always consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's Papa John's
Yeah.
for one thing, and me and my buddies we've always had a debate about it. It's outside source.
Yeah.
So it's not like the school making it, and it's not school food. It's Papa John's.
Yeah.
So I feel like that just adds to it's a lot better food in general.
The quality is very different.
Yeah, I mean I've even seen when they do the school lunch or the school pizza compared to Papa John's. There'll be times where they do their own pizza, and that is just it's terrible.
Nasty.
It's terrible.
What would you do to change the menu items?
Honestly, I think as like much backlash as I'm gonna get, make less menu items, but make those menu items like amazing. Like maybe cut it down to like 4 and make those 4 like really good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's something that they miss, and especially for the incoming freshmen from like middle school, elementary, they always come to lunch and see a lot more options, and then they go, "Oh my God, like there's so much I can eat," and then
Overwhelming.
Oh yeah,
It's overwhelming.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, wow, and then the food was.
Yeah.
it's terrible. I mean,
In junior high, the food was better.
how they managed to mess up Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, honestly.
Seriously.
Exactly.
The ones in the vending machines make my blood boil because it's just one.
Oh yeah,
It's just one.
have you done vending machine food?
I'm planning on it, but I do not trust the vending machines. Every single time I've
Yeah.
tried, it takes my money.
Well,
Yep.
let me tell you my experience. So, right before a wrestling meet, I was hungry, and so I went to the outside vending machine under the Ramada by what was it, the flagpole,
Yeah.
and I got Pop-Tarts, and I went to go grab it, and it's just stale. It's rock hard.
Ugh.
And then I
Gross.
open it up, and it's like green. It's terrible. Like
goodness.
it's been in there
What the heck?
for so long.
I've gotten moldy brownies.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, there's a picture of it on the account somewhere.
Wait, where was that from?
It was from the cafeteria.
Was it like from the snack bar?
Yeah,
bit?
the snack
oh
shack.
my gosh.
Oh.
And I paid 75 cents for that. And it
Shame.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
Refund.
I mean, have you ever gone to the what is it? People who make the I can't think of the names.
The lunch lady?
Yeah, lunch ladies, or gone to administration and say like, hey, there's mold on my food, or like whatever it is.
I haven't. I just don't have the gut for that, you know. As pathetic as it sounds, I'm scared of them, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
totally
no.
understandable.
They
I mean,
follow me too, so I try to watch what I post.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I seen that recently you posted like the school fights and stuff,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like we don't want to dive too much on it, you know, but yeah, like I feel like from outside of what we do is what we can say and stuff, but your account really goes into like what actually happens.
That's what I like
And
about
I feel like that's what students actually look for, and you're providing that, and it's not like a private account. It hasn't gotten shut down, and I feel like that's just really good for students to know
Yeah.
what's going around, good, bad stuff.
I do my best to inform, and I try to give like as many points of view as I can.
Yeah, because I saw like you were giving like both sides of the story, making sure that it wasn't biased. It was straight to the point, and I mean,
We all
that's
hate
what-
biased media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to get pulled into this one side when you know there's truth to both sides.
Yeah,
And in that particular situation, there was truth to both sides. And I think everybody should know that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's what it should be too.
hmm
Yeah. So anything you have to add?
I just really want to listen to like the whole process of this. Like, how do you decide what to write about like certain food? Like, do you judge it just by looking at it, or do you like write what it looks like, and then after you've like taken a bite out of it, and then like explain like, oh, this is nasty, guys, don't do it.
I go through a little process, almost a checklist, but what's it called? Visual appearance, visual appeal, taste, and if it makes my stomach hurt afterwards.
Oh, that's a good one.
So
Yeah.
so you wait like say 10, 15 minutes and see
Yeah.
if it hurts your stomach.
Sometimes maybe hours, because it gotta go all the way through.
So you don't post it immediately.
No.
You give it some time
Very
to
rarely I
settle
post it
in.
immediately. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, you really go down to the fine detail.
I try my best.
I think that's what I like about this, and everyone does, is that it's just so detailed with everything you do. And I think everyone's gonna love this episode of the podcast because it's the Food Critics.
It's the Food Critic.
You are a mystery. Even now you're a mystery. Your voice is completely changed thanks to our Tyler, the editor.
Go Tyler.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler says we have 44 seconds.
So we will wrap this up. So thank you for coming onto the podcast and speaking with us. And we hope that maybe you get a little bit more bigger following just for everyone to get some information. So anything to say?
I don't have anything. Just thank you for coming out. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You pulled me out of the class. It was boring, but
Yeah, no, I walked in there. I was like, everyone looks like they're asleep.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's this episode of the podcast. So thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Cue the outro music.
Thank you.